The Utah Jazz have been one of the biggest surprises of this season, and many thought since they traded Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell that they will be leading the pack for Victor Wembanyama, but instead, they are one of the best teams in the NBA, and the main reason for that has been Lauri Markkanen. He has been a different animal this season, bro. The way that he's balling is nothing compared to his other seasons. So let's get right into the video and find out why he's balling out. The first thing I want to talk about is how great he was during the Eurobasket tournament. Lauri played in 7 games in total and led Finland to a top 8 finish. But despite Finland losing in the quarterfinals versus Spain, who actually ended up winning the Eurobasket tournament, Lauri balled out, bro, putting up the second most points in the tournament, only behind Giannis. But then look at his shooting splits, bro. They are really, really good. Plus, he had a 43-point performance versus Croatia. Lauri had never put up these types of numbers for a whole season. We gotta say the truth. And if you go and rewatch his 43-point performance versus Croatia, you'll notice that his on-court presence and attitude is completely different, bro. You'll hardly recognize him. You think that's a different player if you watch that game when we compare him to himself from his Bull days and his 1-year stint with the Cavs. I want to rewind a little bit now because, like I mentioned before, he played for the Chicago Bulls. And the Bulls actually selected Lauri with the 7th pick back in 2017. And when Lauri first arrived in Chicago, the Bulls were really excited. And they even ran their offense through him at the beginning, in that first year of Lauri. Lauri was playing like a point forward role. And there were times that he was playing amazing, like amazing. But as time went on, the Bulls started to play him more like a spot-up shooter. And I don't know exactly why. And you just notice, like, while watching the games, like, he was losing confidence. And as his third year came along, he was even less confident because I think the head coach from the Chicago Bulls was like Boylan, his name, something like that. And he just didn't play Lauri Markkanen the way that he's supposed to be played. He's a 7-footer that can post you up and hit you with a jump shot in the post, you know what I mean? And he was using him as a corner shooter, as a spot-up shooter. And that's why I feel like this Eurobasket tournament was great for him. Was really good for Lauri Markkanen because it helped him gain his confidence back. Already with the Cavs, we saw that he was gaining that confidence back. But that Eurobasket tournament just took his confidence off the charts. And what I find even greater is that he was able to translate that success that he had in the Eurobasket tournament, leading Finland to the top 8 in the tournament and playing almost like Giannis level in that tournament, that he was able to translate that to this season with the Utah Jazz. I want to say something though, because the biggest difference between the Bulls, Cavs, and now the Utah Jazz is, like I said before, he was supposed to gain his confidence back to be able to play better. But the biggest difference is now with the Jazz is that he's allowed to cook with the ball. By that I mean, he's allowed to play. He's allowed to have the offense run through him, He's not just a spot-up shooter. When you watch the Jazz, bro, they have such great chemistry. That's something that nobody expected from this team because they traded Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. But the Utah Jazz, bro, they play like the Golden State Warriors, bro, just passing the ball the whole time. I mean, everybody's kind of playing like that now. Everybody knows that you got to move the ball, and that makes a great team. Now we're in an era where you cannot just have a superstar and you can think we're going to win and we're going to make it to the playoffs and we have a legit shot to win a championship. No, now in this era, you have to have a great team, a deep team, and a team that knows how to play together. So have great chemistry. That's why we're seeing the Lakers not working that well. We're seeing the Warriors having some trouble. They have great chemistry, but they decided to go young, and that's hurting them a little bit right now. But that's why we're seeing the Utah Jazz winning a lot of games, the Spurs winning a lot of games. We're seeing those teams that do not have like a superstar, they have like a system star, and they are winning games like that, bro. The era where Carmelo Anthony was balling out, and LeBron James dominated, and Stephen Curry was able to dominate, and Kevin Durant was able to carry his team to the playoffs by himself, it's over, bro. Now teams have to be 7-8 deep, you know. But let's get back to what this whole video is about. The Utah Jazz version of Lauri right now, he is a true 3-level scorer. By that I mean is that he's shooting a third of his shots at the rim, a third of his shots at the mid-range, and another third from 3. And just look at this. He's on fire from the mid-range, bro. Hitting almost 60% of his attempts. That is the 5th highest percentage among all forwards this season. Seeing that percentage from the mid-range makes me think, why didn't the Bulls allow him to take a lot of mid-range shots in the mid-range? Because I don't get it. When a team knows that a player won't attack the basket, won't take shots on the mid-range, and it's just going to be a spot-up shooter, that makes them easy to defend. And that's why when you watch games from the Bulls from 2017 to 2000, like those few years that he played for the Bulls, you can see teams were putting guards on him, bro, most of the time, because they knew he wasn't going to attack the basket. They knew he wasn't going to post him up and shoot a fadeaway jump shot, you know. They knew that he was going to stay at the 3-point line, get the ball, move it around, or either shoot it. So it made him easy to defend, and it took away his talent, bro, because he's a 7-foot beast, bro. He's a guy that we're seeing that right now. Like I've been mentioning throughout this video, he's a guy that can post you up, shoot a fadeaway on you, attack the basket. And now playing with the Jazz, they play a 5 out, right? So they have 5 shooters around him, 4, let's say like that, 4 shooters around him, and he has all the space in the world, bro, to work. And that's why he's being so successful this season. I can't forget to mention also that he's able to grab a lot of rebounds, and he can just get a rebound and outrun the big men that are trying to defend him down the floor. He was never a great offensive rebounding, you know, in the past, but he's in a position to crash the glass more because of the Jazz pair cutter system that has players cutting more, you know, with drives to the rim. Lauri's jack of all trades game, because he can kind of do everything, didn't really work at his previous stops with the Cavs and Bulls. But in a 5-out system, like I mentioned before, a guy like him that has the size to exploit mismatches, the shooting to space the floor, the feel to make good cuts, and the skill to score from anywhere is a cheat code for success, bro. And I'm sure some Bulls fans and some Cavs fans have to be a little bit upset that their teams let go of this player. Maybe the Cavs not, because they at least got Donovan Mitchell, who has been great for them. He's been great. But the Bulls, Derrick Jones Jr. and a 1st-round pick for him, which at the moment seem reasonable, you know. But the Bulls, bro, they effed up, because Lauri Markkanen, bro, he's balling out, like I've been mentioning throughout this whole video. And he's leading one of the best teams to the playoffs right now. And for a fact, he's gonna be an all-star this season, bro. That's a fact. But let me know down in the comment section what you think about Lauri Markkanen. Can he be an all-star by the end of the season? Let me know. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one.